Drakeo the Ruler's.
What up, though? Sports Music Talk 3-on-3, man. We back with another one. I know we just posted just a little earlier. We posted part one, man. So I guess we behind. Super behind. You know what it is, man. We back with another one. Here comes part two. So Flacco drops a part two for releasing the information of the LA gang member that is the killer of Drakeo the Ruler and such other influences from LA, such as Crip members. We're gonna get to this video. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. First things foremost, most important, subscribe. Comment, like, and subscribe, man. We hope everybody having a blessed day, having a good day. Make sure you got your grab a joint. Make sure you got your grab a leaf, or however, whatever you choose to roll. But most importantly, make sure you get you a big leaf. Big leaf smoke on all platforms. BigLeafSmoke.com. Tell them Sports Music Talk 313 sent you. Let's get it going.
Apparently believe that Live Nation and their negligence is the reason why Drakeo the Ruler is currently dead. And they're suing Live Nation for close to $100 million. But Live Nation isn't playing fair.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that they were suing Live Nation for $100 million, which they should be suing for more than that. Secondly, the security, all of that shit was a complete setup. There's no way that literally the hottest, most important artists from LA at that time coming to a festival to perform, and he didn't need that $50,000. He really didn't. He didn't have to come and pull up and perform for that $50,000. He had other shows, he had other venues, endorsements, he had property, he had investments. You know what I'm saying? He had deals with other companies. He was making things move, man. He was doing his thing. Drakeo was out here. He was making a lot of fashion, like I said in the part one, the reaction we just did earlier. Like I just told you, I said like gallery department, Chrome Heart, awful lot of cough syrup. I'm not gonna say he made those. He was the first artist or first person to wear those brands. But what I will say, who made them pop? When I turn my head, every time I turn around, I look who I saw. Drakeo the Ruler. Every time I turn around, I see him either shooting a video in gallery department, and it's just crazy. I see a lot of people wearing it more. I didn't see a lot of people. It was still doing the Chucks, the Dickies, and all this other stuff the LA be wearing. I see LA, the streets, however, the culture, the LA culture, I see where Chuck Taylors and all this, like, what you might have, they might have the Nike, I forget what you call it, but the Nike, everybody know what I'm talking about. It's the black and whites with the Nike sign on the side, kind of look like almost like a nursing shoe. Yeah, that was when the word swag was a word for style or fashion. That's what y'all were wearing. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it 100. That was the first person that I seen. Like the Game and Kendrick Lamar was still wearing Chucks and other type of gear and clothing and stuff like that. He was bringing out 300,000 in jewelry on designer clothes and independent, by the way, not a mainstream artist as well. So it's a lot of. That's just seemed like a lot of setup and a lot of hatred, all within his. Even while he was alive, you know what I mean. Like I said, people want to be like him, sound like him, but don't want to see you winning. People would love to see you winning, see you doing what you're doing, but they hate that it's not them doing it. So you got to remember that.
Retaliating. And they're retaliating against Drakeo the Ruler's family, more specifically his brother. There's 2 lawsuits currently going on involving the death of Drakeo the Ruler. The first lawsuit, Drakeo's family is suing Live Nation on behalf of his son, and they're suing Live Nation for $65 million in a wrongful death lawsuit. The second lawsuit is Ralphie the Plug and other people who was with Drakeo that night. They're suing Live Nation for the wrongful death lawsuit among other things such as like, pain and suffering, et cetera, et cetera. Devontae Caldwell is obviously Ralphie the Plug, but the other people involved are people who was with Draco that night, including the entourage. Alric Cooper is Draco's security guard. He's also a plaintiff. Now, the defendants is Live Nation, because they own the venues. Snoop Dogg, who apparently had a hand in the festival. He was also somebody.
So basically, the reason why Live Nation is getting sued for this situation is because they actually own the venues. So that definitely makes you guys responsible for the security that is securing the venue that you own and operate by law. What happened to the protection? So
who was involved or had an
now Snoop Dogg, his part comes in with the festival. Once upon a time in LA, from when I was hearing before the festival even happened, I saw the names on the festival. I was like, everybody knew. Like we in Detroit. Listen, so you gotta understand, Draco already done music with artists here in Detroit, so that's how some people found out about him. I found out about him before he even had any music with any artists from here. So at the end of the day, my little cousin, he let me hear. I'm like, okay, this guy, okay, he's different. Like I said in the first video, this is what shows you. He was already doing his thing. He was already, going up to that next bigger level. Like these following 2 years or 3 years, he probably have been super succeeded. You know what I mean? And, he didn't want to be everywhere. He didn't want to be around everybody because the time he got out, he could have been a lot more places. I seen him chose a lot of features and doing a lot of songs with other artists, but I see he has picks and chooses. He chooses people that he feels is more genuine. That's just what me, off of the features, the songs I've heard. He got songs with Icewear Vezo. Shout out to Vezo. He got songs with Rio Young OG. Shout out Rio. He got songs with some of everybody. Even Sada Baby. Everybody. Like, so y'all got to think about the connections. So when I'm sitting here telling you all of this information that we was talking about, we was thinking about before any of this even happened, this case and the federal investigation that is open now, which they already have a suspect and they're already looking at him, and it's already witnesses pointing him out and pinning him out. Like it's everybody. That was there at that altercation when it happened. So at the end of the day, it's just crazy, man. So it's crazy. It's crazy because a lot of people kept quiet about this for this many years, and now all of a sudden, now it finally
extended. And among other people, I think the security company is also being sued. Everybody involved, they're saying, had a duty that night to protect everybody at that particular festival at once upon a time. Even Snoop Dogg, right? They said Snoop Dogg's LLC had a further duty to safeguard the Bank of California Stadium and provide adequate security to detect and prevent violent incidents from taking place at the stadium. So even Snoop Dogg, they believe.
Listen, so I'm going to say this too. This happened at the Bank of California Stadium, man. This didn't happen at like a rental hall or like a banquet hall or anything. This happened at an actual stadium. This is arena. Like, similar to arena, rather. Doesn't make sense. Y'all got me doing the finesse 2-time head shake, man. This shit wild, bro. Condolences
is liable. If you watch my Draco video, we did a step-by-step playback on exactly what took place that night. And what we broke down was when Draco showed up at the venue, they were supposed to go through the artist entrance. When they got to the artist entrance, the security guard told Draco, "What's up, blood?" And then told him they couldn't go through the particular artist entrance. They had to go through another entrance, which they thought was weird. They get to that entrance. As they're driving up, they see a van drive right through security without getting stopped and checked. But Draco's
Right.
van
That's what they was
got
talking about.
stopped, got checked, everybody
Got
got
stopped,
pulled
got
out, the
checked.
dogs
They
came.
got pulled
They
out,
went
the
into
dogs came
details
out.
regarding that particular incident here. They says the artists were instructed to enter through a driveway leading from Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. They passed through 2 checkpoints. The first was simply a booth containing 1 or 2 unarmed personnel members who led through any vehicle that presented an all-access pass without searching it or verifying the identities of the occupants of the vehicle.
Whole thing is this whole case is like there's so many points, so many pinpoints, so many bullets. It's just like, wow. This situation is like how? Like why did y'all make his vehicle pass up the actual entrance for artists? And ask him to go further down. The entrance is down there, just down the road. Like why? That's the question from anybody. Anybody's gonna ask that question. Civilian, any person, officer. Yeah, that don't make sense. It really don't.
Or even rather, the number of passes match the identity of number of occupants, which is, again, Draco family is wondering why Draco was only allowed to bring 15 people, but YG and others were allowed to bring 100, according to the family, all right? From there, artist groups were directed down a driveway that led to the second checkpoint, where a small group of security guards were present with a drug-sniffing dog and a metal detector. On information and belief, the requirement to submit to metal detector searches or the dog search was imposed arbitrarily and flippantly. Some occupants of some cars were searched while other caravans of multiple vehicles passed through to the exclusive artist parking area where their trailers were situated.
So it wasn't only that white van that went in that didn't get searched. It was other vehicles that went in that did get searched. So when Draco and his members, his team went in their vehicle, they got searched. Everybody got pulled out of the vehicles, check what you got. No, you can't take that, you can't have that. You couldn't even have a lighter. They told Draco's team they couldn't even have a lighter, man.
Without any verification or search at all. Of the 2 cars in which plaintiffs arrived, plaintiff, again, Draco Security Cooper, was the only person that was ordered out of the car and curiously frisked. No other plaintiff was searched, nor was either vehicle. So they identified who Draco Security was. They brought the security out, tapped the security to make sure the security ain't have a gun on him, and then let everybody through. They go and says when Draco and plaintiffs passed through the second checkpoint and were subject to a search, countless other cars entered the area without being required to stop or submit to any search whatsoever for weapons or otherwise. While Draco Security stepped out of the car, plaintiffs observed one united caravan of approximately 10 cars filled with occupants drive right past the checkpoint without so much as stopping, much less being subjected to any form of a search. As these cars entered, the occupants could be heard immediately taunting people that they passed by, including plaintiffs. They're saying, whoever the rapper entourage was, they came 10 cars deep. And as they're passing by, they're taunting Draco and them for being searched while they're going through without being searched. In the immediate presence of the few event staff members that were there.
Like, there's so many questions I want to ask, and I guess some of those questions is just, if you know you getting in, you getting in, your whole team getting in, no search, right? Why are you taunting somebody else that can't get in without getting searched? Why are you taunting them? Why are you not just leaving them alone and going in? Mind your business. So basically, in other words, because of the fact that you have the actual evil or demonic audacity to be able to have this setup, this connection, or this plan already wrapped up in order to just easily lay out and map out and happen with no problem. That's the only way. That's the only way you act like this. Or you're so confident and sure about something. You confident and sure about coming to somebody's job. None of y'all performing to come make money. None of y'all coming to do anything. Man, all I know is I thought that stayed in the streets. I thought that stayed away from the public. I thought that stayed away from those that have nothing to do with nothing. I thought that stayed in the streets, man. This was an actual Live Nation owned venue and operated, along with Snoop Dogg's LLC company as well. Along, there were other artists, many other artists performing as well. Whack 100 was there, Blueface was there, True Card, I think he said 2 other artists, 4 artists in total of his were there to perform. Like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. That's crazy.
Here, shouting out gang-related challenges and other verbiage such as whoop, so the bloods were riding through. So Drakeo and them is being searched, cars being searched, making sure his security is unarmed, while Bloods is riding through screaming whoop-dee whoop. This is a chant that is widely known to be associated with gang members. Once artists and the groups with which they arrived past the second checkpoint, they reached the all-access VIP area where the artists were to park and where their trailers were located. There was no security guards, event staff members, or law enforcement officers present whatsoever in this area. There was also no cameras or other deterrents for unlawful activity or violence, which seems kind of odd and crazy, right? You would think like you would have security, especially if you—
Wait a minute. You know, as I come to think of it, every video I saw posted on social media and all platforms, I saw it on the stories, I saw it on YouTube, and the video was still up. I said I was going to post it earlier and I didn't, but I might still do that just so y'all can see it, just so you all can be able to, you know, see what everyone else saw, those that already saw the video and watched it. Again, condolences to the family. But no, I didn't see any cameras inside. The cameras that I saw were somebody's phone. Somebody's phone is somebody, you know, that were there, that were actually recording the scene that was going on at that very moment. Excuse me, y'all. So look, the other issue is this, right? Not only did I see a few different camera angles from phones of people that posted that, you hear, like, with one of them, you hear them saying certain words like, yeah, what's up now, this, that, and the third. Distinct teams, they running and all of this, and it's like, man, like, y'all, it's 118 to how many? I still wish somebody was, you know, would it, you know what I'm saying, would have pulled a monitor, you know, things happen fast. It's just wild because instead of having a one-on-one, instead of, you know, meeting up, doing it, you know what I'm saying, the right way, instead of catching somebody in the street, at the workplace, not take somebody's life, a father's life at this workplace. So
know that there's multiple people on this card who don't get along. There's multiple gangs on this card who's beefing, multiple Bloods and Crip factions. You would think that you would have security present where they're all supposed to be gathering and meeting at, right?
exactly.
Drakeo and his group arrived in the all-access area at approximately 8:30 p.m., and Drakeo was scheduled to perform at 8:50. They arrived in two vehicles, one a Rolls-Royce driven by Drakeo and the other a Mercedes-Benz by Kevin Gomez, each of which contained 4 occupants, including the driver. Within minutes of their arrival in the all-access, as Drakeo's small group started a short walk to the stage, Plaintiff Gomez and Jorky Partar were attacked by unknown persons when they separated from the group very briefly to retrieve a jacket from one of the two vehicles in which they arrived. Mr. Gomez was punched and knocked to the ground, and the assailants attempted to rob him by snatching his jewelry, which I reported on, but y'all said I was lying though. I told y'all this.
You know,
Chief and Heavy.
now the crazy thing is, this is already true. It's already facts. It's a video out there already. No, not to discredit Flacco. Credit to Flacco, because obviously we're doing a part 2 reaction video. So for the people that like to comment. But Sports Music Talk, Lee would be chat. We all good. We all blessed. So we already know. I already know y'all. I'm not talking about y'all. What I'm saying is those that actually don't really, you know what I mean, understand what's really going on, or those that enjoy confusion and drama and chaos. At the end of the day, there is a video already out there showing, I don't want to quote the artist's name, the affiliate. They tried to snatch his chain. He told Drakeo, he ran up, called Drakeo, told him, said, yeah, told everybody, this is what happened. We seen him run around the slide. Instant look, they wound up actually walking towards him, like, hey, what's up, where they at? Like, that's what happened. Literally, it's in the video. So if I can find that video, I might post that one too as well. Yeah.
Was attacked and they tried to rob him for his jewelry. They ran to Drakeo. Drakeo said, what? Turned back around, and then it got cracking. They actually go through step by step on how the Drakeo ambush happened and how no security was present in the area where security should have been to protect the artist. So after Chiefin Heavily, was attacked, right? They tried to snatch his jewelry from his neck, but was unsuccessful because he scrambled away, and the two regrouped with the rest of the entourage. So they regrouped with Drakeo and his entourage. When the rest of the group noticed the commotion and turned around, again, when Drakeo and them turned around confused but now alert to active danger, they were rushed by at least 12 individuals. So 12 people attacked them at first. A fight ensued as the group defended itself, already outnumbered. No security intervened or was anywhere present when Plaintiff Gomez and Potra were attacked or when the larger fight broke out. Now, the fight that ensued after,
that's how.
So it started off with 12, right?
So that's how it got worse. It started off them getting jumped by 12. Because I was trying to figure, how did it get to 118?
Drakeo and them had 8, so it was 20 altogether. That lasted for about 5 minutes. So they fighting for 5 minutes. No security showed up. No police showed up. After they done fought their hearts out for 5 minutes,
damn,
as the fight seemed as though it may subside, suddenly a horde estimate.
So basically, to tell you the truth, a lot of those videos that I saw after that situation happened, that following weekend, that week, or that night, or those following days after this altercation happened, those videos weren't whole videos of the whole fight or the whole altercation that happened. These are clips and videos broken up, 2 or 3 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, 14 minutes, 15 minutes, 16 minutes, 17 minutes, 18 minutes, 19 minutes, 20 minutes, 21 minutes, 22 minutes, 23 minutes, 24 minutes, 25 minutes, 26 minutes, 27 minutes, 28 minutes, 29 minutes, 30 minutes, 31 minutes, 32 minutes, 33 minutes, 34 minutes, 35 minutes, 36 minutes, 37 minutes, 38 minutes, 39 minutes, 40 minutes, 41 minutes, 42 minutes, 43 minutes, 44 minutes, 45 minutes, 46 minutes, 47 minutes, 48 minutes, 49 minutes, 50 minutes, 51 minutes, 52 minutes, 53 minutes, 54 minutes, 55 minutes, 56 minutes, 57 minutes, 58 minutes, showing you parts and views and different angles of them squaring up, squaring off, swinging, some connecting, some not. A few people got dropped. People with some were, doing other stuff. And not even throwing a punch. Ralphie, like, I seen him. I didn't see like I said, I didn't see the whole video. I just saw clips. But I saw another clip where Ralphie, he threw a 1-2 punch and like a kick or something. Like, man, and I think that's pretty much all as far as we're seeing bits and pieces and clips. And I seen another clip where Ralphie was like literally, he was looking. I think he was looking. I think he saw something. He tried to get out the gate, but he wound up. I seen him going running in another direction. But yeah, man, condolences, man. I just, those videos on how that happened. Excuse me, man. I've really been doing a lot of videos and content. A lot more stuff coming. But this is wild because, like I said, all the videos that I've seen is broken up and showing what it's showing. It's like so many stories spread it out and people posting a bunch of stories. And now, after all these years, this is what we got.
To encompass 50 to 100 individuals.
Crazy.
Materialized and charged at Drakeo and his group. They done fought off 12 people. Because again, Drakeo got squabbles, we know this. Ralphie got squabbles, we know this. After they done fought off 12 people, 100 more came. And the group was engulfed by the mob, many of which wore all red and shouted battle cries of whoop and Sue whoop. This was a clear ambush. And security kind of like allowed it to happen damn near. This is like military tactics. Think about it for a second, bro. The Bloods really carried out a military hit. They had they had the distraction. The distraction was, hey, damn, we effed up. Drakeo and them is almost on stage. Let's attack these people that's behind, get them to turn around, and then we swarm them. We start off with 12 to get them tired. So again, they can't rush. Once they done fought their heart out for 5 minutes, a fight lasting more than 30 seconds is, you already exhausted, bro. You can't fight you fought for 5 minutes, you exhausted, homie. And then 100 people swarm you after you done fought for 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Come on, bro.
106 people, you mean?
They spelled it out as clear as day, bro. The Bloods attacked Drakeo. So this second attack lasted far longer than the first, up to 10 minutes, and was more vicious. Throughout that time, Drakeo and his group fought for their lives against, again, 100 plus. Okay, 100 plus. That's crazy, man. Now look, they says, while no one intervened ever to stop the violence, defendants' agents blocked the gate and pushed the victims back from reaching possible safety, effectively corralling them back in a confined space where onslaught by the violent mob continued. So, this is insane. They're alleging that not only did the security and the staff members and everybody was sitting there watching it happen, but when they tried to escape, because when you watch the video footage, people claim, they left Drakeo. No, they didn't leave Drakeo. Drakeo and them was trying to get out of there. The staff members, was pushing them back. And when they got pushed back and tried to figure out, okay, where can we escape to, they got blitzed again. And that's when Drakeo and them got stabbed. This is absurd. This is absurd. As the violence continued, several members of the mob produced knives, at which point their punches changed into lunges in an attempt to stab Drakeo and plaintiffs while they desperately tried to avoid the blades. While they defended themselves bravely, the attack continued relentlessly until one of the assailants struck Drakeo in the neck with what turned out to be a fatal knife wound. That, and that's what happened.
That's crazy.
This is just sad, man.
So basically, they trying to say that
this is
that was
just
a
sad,
fatal
bro.
knife wound.
Now again, Drakeo continued to defend themselves and block more knife lunges, but Drakeo rapidly lost strength as he quickly suffered tremendous blood loss. Devontae, which is Ralphie, remained at his side while he deteriorated, and Devontae and others used all their strength to try to carry Drakeo to a place of safety. Tragically, there was none. When Drakeo eventually got to safety, it took 30 minutes. 30 minutes as he's bleeding out for emergency personnel to come and tend to him.
He bled out for 30 minutes.
They dropped the ball completely.
You ended up suing Live Nation?
Yeah.
Can you touch on that?
Shit, nigga, they should have they shit set up and well secured. You know what I'm saying? How you get a knife in an event like that? You know what I'm saying? We didn't get a knife in. Shit, they pulled our security guard out the car. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Made him walk through a metal detector.
Exactly.
Then wanted.
Like,
how this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was just the security.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Your family filed a $60 million wrongful death suit. Is there any progress there? Any?
I mean, you know, it was coronavirus and shit, but I'm.
He said, we ain't get no knife in, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got a knife in, we didn't get no knife in. We didn't get nothing in. They got knives in. How did they get knives in?
Just following through with, I'm just listening and waiting on what they got, you know what I'm saying? I don't go into court buildings and shit. I just wait till the verdict come, they meet with me and then I tell, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But shit, they did wrong, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know they did wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody know they did wrong but Live Nation. Because Live Nation, instead of owning up to this, right? Instead of acknowledging, you know what, man, we dropped the ball. Live Nation is trying to make Ralphie's life more difficult, trying to utilize every power they have to make Ralphie's life more difficult because Ralphie is choosing to stick up for his brother and himself. See, Live Nation is a company that's so powerful that even the government had to step in and say, yo, hold on, yo, they got too much power over the entertainment industry. Like, they were quickly acquiring a lot, trying to create a monopoly. They had to settle with the U.S. government for $230 million. This is not a company you want smoke with, bruh. Yo, Live Nation and Ticketmaster is facing intense legal battles over allegations of operating an illegal monopoly that inflates ticket prices.
So I didn't even know Live Nation was, you know, they had these issues with his bad. So I don't know if they're gonna be. It's gonna be a settlement and you know, deposition, and they'll go ahead and sell it before the actual, you know, the actual case happens for the actual suit. That's something different. That's something crazy right here, man. Condolences to the family again. Let's finish this up.
Tentative $280 million settlement was reached with the U.S. Department of Justice to open ticketing platforms. The DOJ in over 30 states accused Live Nation of controlling every aspect of live music, including artists, venues, and ticketing, to stifle competition and hike prices. Anti-competitive tactics. Investigations indicated Live Nation used retaliatory tactics and exclusive contracts to compel values to only use Ticketmaster. Live Nation runs like live music, like they control everything. So when Ralphie the Plug is suing Live Nation, Ralphie the Plug is currently enduring retaliation, right? Like Live Nation is trying to silence Ralphie the Plug and the family. And by trying to silence them, you can say they're trying to cover this Drakeo the Roller's murder. Because Ralphie the Plug is trying to do tours and trying to like put on live shows, but it's impossible. Because Live Nation is refusing and going out of their way to make sure Ralphie the Plug can book dates and venues to make a living because they're suing Live Nation.
I was talking shit, and I was like, about your venues. I don't know what's your biggest venue. You know what I'm saying? You ever did?
We can't get venues because most of them is Live Nation.
We've sold out 1,200 capacity type shit. Like,
so Live Nation
do 500 capacity.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But Live Nation ain't y'all?
No, we just
From that
It's a
incident.
lawsuit. So
Oh, the lawsuit.
Why would we use their venues? So we already limited to venues.
That is crazy.
Wow.
It's still cracking.
So we still trying to get like the what's the other company?
Like we Golden Voice.
We fucking Golden Voice. We did the Fonda.
There you have it, man. Live Nation is going after this man because he decided he wants to seek justice for his brother. This is not okay. They're trying to silence this family from seeking justice and doing what's right. It's sad, man. Yo, this right here should be a sign.
Bro, he just told y'all that Live Nation is basically, allegedly, also is trying to stop him from getting bookings because they control most of the big bookings. Man.
I think we all need to support Ralphie the Plug as much as we can, bruh. Yeah, I don't care where the venues is. We need to buy them tickets, double it up, sold out, because this is not okay. This is not fair. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video here somewhere on my screen.
Listen, man, at the end of the day, bro, this is crazy because out of all these years, we had all these talks. Then it finally revealed you got people decide to go and talk and snitch on themselves and go on Clubhouse for free. Once you be, then the person that Drakeo really talked about that they didn't like the fact that he was doing that. I believe it was Red Bull. So, at the end of the day, man, you got to think about it. You got to really think about it. Was it worth it? No, it wasn't worth it. You could have been a man. Y'all could have fought in the street. Y'all could have handled it like men. Y'all didn't like each other. Could have said that to each other's face. Y'all could have outperformed each other on the stage. Then on top of that, how in the world was the security so tight and packed with, you know what I mean? I don't want to say the Bloods themselves, but the Bloods that he had issues with. How is it possible that people that are affiliated, with those people he's beefing with, well, how those people are around or able to block gates and be security? How is that possible? I feel like if you do things strategically, you do things that, in a way of trying to, actually say, hey, I'm gonna be competitive about it. That was a win if you would look at it, if you were to do it that way. But to be able to take a father, take a breadwinner, take a label owner, you know what I'm saying, the CEO, a lot of people speak on rap, yeah, he's rapping about this, rapping about that. He's rapping about it. You see him doing what he was doing, show after show. He was talking about different things about his life in songs later, in his career, right before passing. He even claimed in one song that, said he was coming, save a spot for him. He's telling God. And at the end of the day, to tell you the truth, that's something that you don't play with. Something you don't play with. You always want to speak positive. You want to manifest. You want to speak nothing but greatness, nothing but good out of your mouth, out of the tongue. Always speak positive. no disrespect. And like I said, also condolences to the family. I definitely was a big fan of Drakeo Ruler. Wish I could have got a chance to interview him and meet him one day. And in my artist days, possibly do a song with him. Definitely, man. It's, you know what it is. Comment, like, and don't forget, subscribe. Sports Music Talk 313, man. We out.